Good morning and welcome to this month's April Oracle card forecast with me, Anna Hart. So I'm going to be picking 4 cards today, and these cards will be taken from my Finding Purpose Oracle card deck, and each card is going to represent one of the weeks throughout April and show us what message we need to know to support us throughout that week. So it will be an overarching energy, if you like, that we need to be aware of and that we can work with for our highest good. So, throughout April I will also be doing my daily oracle card picks, and I will be sharing those with you on Instagram and Facebook. So you will get your daily affirmation and you'll get your card pick, but we are going to do one that just shows us what the energy is likely to be, and again what can support us really each week throughout April. So we are on Friday, so we've got today and tomorrow left before the start of the next week, if you like, which for me is going to start on Sunday the 3rd. So in terms of those 2 days, the energy that came through for the end of March, which I think is still, it feels like that is still weaving into these first couple of days, is heart and soul. And that was the heart and soul card, about following your heart, pursuing whatever you can really put your heart and soul into. And if you do have to make a slight change, if you do have to change direction, then that's absolutely fine, as long as you're doing that from a place of love and joy, because you know that that's going to bring you happiness and that's what you truly want, and not from a place of fear and lack. So try not to make decisions based on the fear of what might happen or might not happen, or lack, so not having enough money, not having enough support, not being good enough. Those are the ego. Those are your body's way of trying to protect you, but using lessons from the past to effectively hold you back. So as long as you make sure that you're changing direction or changing course from a place of love and excitement and hope and gratitude and joy, you know, because you're doing something that you're going to find joyful, then go for it. Go for it. So today is also the new moon in Aries, so we are well and truly now properly into the new astrological year. And just before we start, I will just share, because I do like using Yasmin Boland's cards. So here we have Yasmin's Moonology Manifestation Oracle Cards deck, and the message or the card for the new moon in Aries is go for it. So in terms of what we need to know to support us through this new moon, and I will be doing a new moon video later on today with some rituals and just some information that might be helpful. But that is the overarching message, go for it. So if you have been putting something off, if there's something that you've been thinking, shall I do it, shall I not? Really, the energy is really powerful at the moment for you to set your intentions for the month ahead. Set them at this new moon, harness the energy of the new moon and really bring them into fruition, make it happen. You can do it, and the energy is all with us. Interestingly, I also follow Prune Harris's blog, and she does a monthly energy forecast, and her energy forecast for this month of April is the colour gold, and it's very much of emergence, a colour of action, explosive action, and really running with it. Okay, so no more waiting, no more holding back. It very much feels like this is time to get going. So let's do our card picks. So the first card, I will shuffle. The first card is for the week commencing Sunday the 3rd. Sunday the 3rd. So okay, thank you for showing us what we need to know about this first week. And the second week, so that will be the week commencing the 10th. What's you? Oh, and we've got our 3rd as well. You're very keen. There we go. That's our 4 cards. Right. Okay, so let's see what they have to tell us. So, our first card, week commencing the 3rd, is, so we had this just the other day. And actually it chimes in quite nicely with what I was just saying about the Heart and Soul card. And it really is, and I've actually updated the imagery on this, so the one you'll see on my online readings is slightly different, but it's the Walk Away card. So, this card is basically saying that if there is something that we have been trying for, really pushing for a long time, and it just hasn't happened, then perhaps it's time to consider whether what we're pushing for really is in our highest good. Is it truly going to make you happy? Is it truly what you want? Are you pushing for it because that's, genuinely what brings you joy and what you want, or is it because you think you should? And somebody may have told you, oh, that's what you should do, or perhaps you've been telling yourself, that's what I want, and perhaps it isn't anymore. The other thing is, it may just not be the right time. So it's not necessarily that it's not where you want to go or what's destined for you, but it could just be that just now isn't the right time. And so it could be an idea to walk away from it for a while and then come back when things are more in alignment. And then it's going to flow more easily for you. The things that are meant for us have a habit of just flowing quite easily. Things just slot into place when things are just in alignment. So if you're really struggling with something and it's just not happening, then it might be a good idea to ask yourself, okay, why? Why am I struggling? Why have I hit this roadblock? Do I need to walk away from it and come back? Are there lessons that I need to learn, perhaps, that when I come back to this I will have learned, and I'll have that knowledge and it will be easier, or I will be able to do it better, perhaps. So yeah, the energy at the moment, and very much with that heart and soul energy, don't be afraid to change direction. So you may have been kind of hammering away at this wall for a long time and it just hasn't happened. It's okay to walk away if you're choosing to do so because you want to pursue whatever else is out there. So you can choose to focus your energy on what brings you joy, and you can choose to walk away from the things that are just dragging you down and making you a bit miserable at the moment. So the choice really is yours. So if there is something that you need to walk away from, something that's difficult, something that's frustrating you, this card is saying you can do that. The new imagery that I felt particularly drawn to using actually for this card is it's a green doorway, and effectively the doorway is locked at the moment, and when you look through above the doorway there's a window, a fanlight, and it's dark behind, and the idea is, and what it really, that message that is bringing me at the moment is that you think that something's behind there that you want to get through, and you're trying that door madly, trying to open it to get through to the other side. But whatever is the other side isn't what you're expecting. And at the moment, it's almost like a fool's errand, a fool's journey, because there isn't, whatever you think is behind there isn't there at the moment. And that's not to say that it won't be, but at the moment, the door is locked and there isn't anything behind there to see. So we can, confidently walk away and choose to focus our energy on the things that bring us joy and bring us happiness, rather than banging our head against a brick wall and just bringing ourselves frustration and anger and pain and whatever that might be. So, a very clear message as we move into the new month, to let those things fall away, not to be afraid to turn and look the other direction. Okay, I think I've said enough on that one now. So the second card is for the week commencing the 10th of April. And this energy is, it's the Go Out card. So here we have the glitzy lights of Vegas. And we may not all be able to go or want to go to the glitzy lights of Vegas. And indeed, late night partying or, casinos might not be our thing. But the message behind this card is to get out there, to change our energy, to make connections, connect with people, connect with our bodies, connect socially. So this is what this card is. It's about a change of scenery and really getting out there. And it could also be about putting ourselves out there. So thinking about that card actually for April and that energy, have we been sitting within ourselves, literally, but also sitting inside and not opening ourselves, not being open about who we are, not wanting to share that, not going out there? And if we're thinking about starting a new business, for example, are we going out there and doing everything we can to get customers, to share our message, to let people know who we are? Are we putting ourselves out there? Or are we playing it a little bit safe, not quite sure, not fully committing? Because I sense that this is a month where half measures aren't going to do. That's really coming up strongly for me, actually. I can feel that very strongly. Half measures are not going to do. This is a month for commitment and giving it 100%. So yeah, that second week could be a really good week for getting out there, getting your message out there, showing people who you are and what you have to offer. Go for it, go for it, go for it, okay? I can't say that enough. It's like welling up inside me here. It's really, really powerful, actually. Incredibly powerful. Okay, let's calm. Okay, we're going to move on. And just to say, actually, the message of that card is connection. So the affirmation of the card pretty much is, I am connected to the vitality of the world around me. Pretty much. Paraphrasing. So it's, I'm connected to the vitality of the world around me. And so that energy, that life, that it's really coming through strongly in that week. Okay, so let's move on. I need a break from that. To the 17th, the week commencing the 17th of April. The card is balance. Okay, balance. I need a bit of balance after that. So I sense that the energy that week could be really hectic, really strong, really powerful. And on that third week, we've been out, we've put ourselves out there. We've got out, we've connected. The third week is for bringing that energy back and getting a bit of balance. Much needed balance, I think. So I don't think I need to say much about this card, actually. This feels pretty self-explanatory. Whatever you can do to balance your energy, if you've been out, if you've been very, extroverted, if you've had to be a bit extroverted and go out there, particularly if that's not in your nature, particularly if you're quite an introverted person, having gone out there, change of scenery, met lots of people, all of those things, it could be really draining. Could be quite draining. So after all your hard work from the week before, this is the week to have some calm, find some balance, take some deep breaths, do some meditation, maybe do some yoga, whatever it is that helps you balance your body and mind. That's what we need to do. So if you've been out a lot, it might be a week to just be at home and just enjoy being at home, enjoy putting your feet up, do some gentle work around the house rather than being out and about and in that environment. So really nice, actually. I think they go together really nicely and really well. So the last card for the last week is the 24th, and this takes us up neatly to the end of April, which coincidentally takes us up to the next new moon. So we have 2 new moons in April, aren't we lucky? Extra manifesting power in the month of April. And here is our card. I love this. It's the See It card, okay? So it's the See It card. So what we have here is a blank canvas. And behind it is a blank wall. So it could be that you perhaps feel, or might feel as you're getting to the end of it, that you're hitting a blank wall and not able to get anywhere. But the truth is you've got this canvas in front of you and you can paint your own picture. So paint the picture of what you want to achieve. Paint your dreams, paint your dream goals. An excellent time for a vision board. So you can do a vision board now for today's full moon, and I would highly suggest doing that for what you want for the next month ahead. But this is really strongly saying to me the second full moon, new moon, second new moon in April would be a fantastic time to create your vision board and really see what you want happening see it. See how you're going to look as if you were somebody else looking at yourself once you've achieved all of these things you want to achieve. Looking at how you feel, how you're acting, where you are, what that looks like for you. And just really see that success, see what it looks like. And just focus on that. So, yeah, if you do feel like you're hitting a bit of a brick wall and you're not getting somewhere as fast as you want, really visualise it and let it become real, let it manifest. The one last thing to say on that is that we all have a vision, I think, of how we think things are going to turn out and how we want them to turn out. Very often things turn out slightly differently, and the universe knows what's best. So I would say don't be too fixed on the form. It's absolutely fine to visualise how you feel, visualise how that looks for you. But don't be too hung up on the form. Just, be a little bit flexible with it, because you may get exactly what you wanted, which is fantastic, but the universe will know what's best. So it may have a slightly different form, but ultimately what you're getting, the feeling that you will have at the end of it, and what's, that will be what's in your highest good. So, wow. That is an extremely powerful month ahead, I think. So we have one of walking away from the things that are no longer serving us, so that we can fully put our efforts into whatever brings us joy and whatever is for our highest good. It's about getting out there and making those connections, being seen, being out there. Get out, be out there. And then we have this period of balance to bring that back, because the energy, again, if we've got this relentless power of energy and explosion throughout April, we really need some time to balance ourselves and bring that back and ground ourselves. And then at the end of the month, it's about using all of that, everything that you've learned all along the way, and really being able to visualise that end goal and what you want for yourself. Visualise it, make it happen. Whew, okay, well, thank you. Have a fantastic April. Use these energies, use these messages, and make the most of it. Get the best you possibly can out of this month. And be true to yourself, ultimately, be true to yourself. So I really hope that resonates. I hope that supports you throughout April. If you liked this video, then please like. If you'd like to subscribe to my other videos and monthly updates, etc., then please subscribe. And if you think somebody else could benefit from seeing this, if somebody pops to mind, then please do share it, because that's often a sign from your intuition that somebody else that you're meant to pass this information on. So thank you, have a wonderful day, have a fantastic new moon, make your wishes, make it happen, and stay safe, stay well. Okay.